Today, we're diving into a skill that's not just useful, it's become absolutely essential for surviving in the digital world: information literacy. Because, let's be real, in a world that's overflowing with content, the real power isn't just finding information, it's mastering it. So let's just start with the scale of the challenge we're all up against.
Get this. According to some tech industry analyses, the world's total information, it doubles every 12 hours. Nope, that is not a typo. It's a total tidal wave, and honestly, we're all just trying to keep our heads above water.
And this tidal wave creates what you can really think of as a digital jungle. You know the feeling. It's chaotic, it's dense, it's totally overwhelming, and trying to find a clear path through it all, well, that's a huge challenge for every single one of us.
And the challenges in this jungle are pretty specific, right? We're getting hit with information in every format you can imagine. Text, video, audio, you name it. And it's coming from countless sources, from super rigorous academic papers all the way to, that weird post someone shared on social media. All this makes it incredibly tough to tell what's real and what's not.
So how in the world do you conquer this chaos? Well, you need a superpower. And that superpower has a name: information literacy. It's the skill that actually lets you slice right through all that noise and find some clarity.
So what is this superpower exactly? Okay, the official definition sounds a little academic, I know, but the power is really in those three key actions: locate, evaluate, and then use it effectively. It's a process that goes way beyond just Googling stuff. It's about really understanding it and then knowing what to do with it.
Let's put it another way. Information literacy is basically your compass in that digital jungle we were talking about. It's the toolkit you need to find your way through the wilderness and actually get to the truth.
All right, so let's get practical and open up that toolkit. We're going to frame this as a three-step mission. Think of yourself as a modern-day information detective. Every good detective mission starts with a clear objective. So step 1, define your question. You have to know exactly what you need to find out. Step 2, gather your clues. This means knowing the difference between raw, first-hand information and, say, somebody's analysis of it. And step 3, which is probably the most important of all, interrogate the source.
And I really want to pause on that third step, because it is without a doubt the most critical part of this whole thing. I mean, anyone can find information, right? The real skill is being able to evaluate it properly. So, how do you actually do that? You use your best tool. It's called the CRAP test. And yes, that is its real name, but it's a brilliant and super memorable acronym for a 5-step evaluation process that is going to become your secret weapon.
First up, C is for currency. How timely is the information? This is so important. For instance, a medical article from 10 years ago is probably way out of date, maybe even dangerous. But a 10-year-old book about a historical event, that could still be perfectly valid. You always have to ask, does the age of this information change how true it is?
Next, R is for relevance. Does this source actually answer your question? I mean, imagine you're researching the economic impact of solar panels. An article that only talks about how they're built might be interesting, sure, but it's not relevant to your mission. You got to stick to what you actually need.
The first A stands for authority. Who is the person or group behind this information? Is it a university professor with a PhD in this subject? Or is it a blogger with a really strong opinion, but, zero credentials? You got to dig a little deeper and find out if the author is actually qualified to talk about this stuff. The second A is for accuracy. Is the information factually correct? Look for the proof. Does the author cite their sources? Can you find 2 or 3 other sources that say the same thing? If you read a claim that seems totally wild and there's no backup, your alarm bells should be going off.
And finally, P is for purpose. You have to ask yourself, why was this thing created in the first place? Is the goal to inform you, like an encyclopedia? Or maybe to persuade you, like an opinion piece? Or is it really just trying to sell you something, like one of those sponsored posts that's disguised as a news article? Knowing the motive is the key to spotting bias. Okay, so you've used your detective skills, you've run the CRAP test, and you've found some credible information. Mission accomplished, right? Well, not quite. Now you have to use that information powerfully and, this is just as important, ethically. And that brings us to the heart of using information ethically, giving credit where credit is due. The rule is actually pretty simple. Anything on the left side here, someone else's idea, a direct quote, even paraphrased info, you have to cite it. The stuff on the right, that's what you bring to the table. Your own original thoughts, your analysis, your argument that's built on that solid foundation. So why does all this matter? Look,
This is not just some academic exercise. Mastering these skills is what helps you do well in your studies, sure, but it also helps you make way smarter decisions at work. It helps you become a truly informed citizen in a really complex world. It lets you build powerful arguments and ultimately create your own new, original insights.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. We are heading into an age where AI can generate information on a scale we can barely even imagine. Now more than ever, your human ability to critically think, to question, and to find the truth, well, it isn't just a skill anymore. It's your essential guide for whatever comes next.